Captain James Reed of the Earth Diplomatic Corps stared out the viewport of the station's observation deck. The Galactic Council space station orbited a neutral gas giant in the Rigel system, its massive ring structure rotating slowly to create artificial gravity. Reed had been stationed here for 3 months now, Earth's first representative to the Council of 27 species. 3 months of being ignored. Earth had achieved faster-than-light travel only 5 years ago, shocking the galactic community by suddenly appearing at the edge of settled space. The Council had reluctantly granted humanity observer status, but actual diplomatic recognition remained elusive. Reed adjusted his formal uniform and checked his translator implant. The Council session would begin in 20 minutes. He'd sit through another 8-hour meeting where his requests to speak would be denied, and his written proposals would disappear into bureaucratic oblivion. As Reed made his way through the station's curved corridors, he noticed something odd. 2 Veldari delegates, tall, purple-skinned humanoids with 4 arms, ducked into a maintenance corridor. The Veldari were notoriously isolationist. Seeing them outside official functions was unusual. Reed paused, then followed at a distance. The maintenance corridor led to an unused storage bay. Reed pressed his ear against the door, but heard nothing. The station's automated systems would be recording any conversations inside, making clandestine meetings pointless, unless they had technology to fool the systems. Reed slipped away and returned to his quarters where he activated his secure terminal. Computer, access station recordings from Storage Bay 14 current time. The screen showed an empty room, but he'd seen them enter. They must be using some kind of cloaking technology the Council had assured Earth didn't exist. Reed spent the Council session distracted, mind working through possibilities. After the session, he approached Ambassador Telix, a Centaurian who had shown him small kindnesses. Ambassador, I was wondering about Council regulations regarding privacy. Technology, Reed said casually. Telix's 6 eyes blinked in sequence. All species must declare such technologies upon joining the Council. The sharing of technological capabilities ensures mutual trust. Of course, Reed said. Thank you for clarifying. That night, Reed modified his communicator using techniques he'd learned during his military service before joining the Diplomatic Corps. If someone was using technology to hide conversations, they were likely broadcasting on unusual frequencies to communicate. The next day, he detected a signal coming from Council Chamber 3, supposedly empty during the mid-cycle break. Reed positioned himself in an adjacent maintenance shaft and activated his modified communicator. Voices filled his ear, translated automatically by his implant. Humans are advancing too quickly. Their adaptability is unprecedented. The quarantine proposal stands. We restrict them to their solar system until they can be properly managed. The Council votes tomorrow. With the Proxima bloc supporting us, it will pass. Reed recognized the voices of the Veldari High Delegate and the Arcturian Chancellor, leaders of the most technologically advanced Council species. And the humans suspect nothing? Asked a third voice. Their representative is a diplomatic novice. They don't even realize we can generate privacy fields. Reed had heard enough. He returned to his quarters and sent an emergency burst transmission to Earth Command. Then he began preparations. The next day, the Council session began as usual. The Grand Arbiter called for new business and the Veldari High Delegate rose. Honored representatives, I propose a security measure regarding the Sol system. Reed stood up. Point of order, Grand Arbiter. The chamber fell silent. Reed had never been acknowledged before. The Arbiter, a gelatinous being floating in a gravity suspension field, rippled in surprise. The human observer is reminded that they have no speaking privileges. Reed smiled. Actually, according to Council Bylaw 15, Section 7, any representative may speak when bringing forward evidence of violations of the foundational treaty. Murmurs spread through the chamber. I have no knowledge of such a bylaw, the Arbiter said. Perhaps your privacy field was active when it was ratified, Reed said casually, just as it was active yesterday in Chamber 3 when a conspiracy to quarantine Earth was discussed. The chamber erupted in chaos. The Veldari delegate's purple skin darkened to nearly black. "How dare you?" the Arcturian chancellor shouted. "This human is clearly delusional." Reed touched his communicator. "Transmitting now to all your devices, recordings of yesterday's meeting, along with technical specifications of the privacy field technology being used. Technology that violates council transparency laws and that several species claimed did not exist." Silence fell as delegates checked their devices. "That's impossible," the Veldari delegate whispered. "Our fields block all recording devices." Reed smiled again. "They block all known alien recording devices. Human ears, however, work differently. We developed in a predator-rich environment that required exceptional hearing. And while your privacy fields block standard transmissions, they create a harmonic resonance that our technology can detect." He looked around the chamber. "You believed you were hidden until the human spoke in your ear, so to speak." The minor delegates from the outer systems, those not included in the conspiracy, were furious. The Proxima Block representatives, already huddled together, revising their voting strategy now that the secret alliance was exposed. "Earth doesn't request special treatment," Reed continued. "But we will not be quarantined based on fear. We offer technological and cultural exchange, as equals, not as subjects." 6 months later, Reed stood on the observation deck again, watching as the first official Earth Embassy ship docked at the station. The attempted quarantine had backfired spectacularly, forcing a diplomatic restructuring of the Council. 5 formerly marginalized species had allied with humanity, forming a new voting bloc. The conspiracy had been hidden in plain sight, concealed by technology and arrogance. It took just one human, listening carefully and speaking boldly, to change the course of galactic politics forever. Reed smiled as Earth's new ambassador disembarked. His work as the advance representative was complete. Now the real diplomatic mission could begin, with the Council fully aware that underestimating humans was a dangerous mistake.